think on Facebook. I'm just gonna check. I'm pretty mellow right now. Let me make sure I'm live. I think I'm live. I think I'm live. But I know I'm alive. But I think I'm live. Oh, I am live on Facebook. Okay. I wish I could see who was with us, with me. Um, so I'm just going to chat for a bit until, oh, someone's watching. It's probably me on my cell phone. So I wish I could share this. Let's see if I can share this. I'm doing it on my laptop, so it's not my usual phone. So, you know, oh, 5 people. Hey, a Canadian. Yay, Canadian. Dev Randawa. Michelle, you made it. Yay for Michelle. If I had some wine, Michelle, I don't really drink wine, but I would drink a glass of wine with you. So I love it. Who else is watching? Oh, Thomas, thanks for watching. Thomas is, Tom, everyone's going to get to know you as the Spanish coffee guy. Spanish coffee. We met probably, my God, 18 years ago. I threw a surprise party for our mutual friend at my house in Pickering. And that's where I met Tom. And I think we made Spanish coffees that night. Yeah, probably. And then I thought we said we were going to go for Spanish coffees. We've been saying it for like 17 years and we haven't done it yet. Anyway, thanks for joining everybody. We have 5 people watching. So I'm going to start, and obviously this is recorded, so hopefully I can figure out how to share it. Instagram doesn't want me to, you know, doesn't want me doing any stretching techniques with people on Facebook because I guess what they don't want you to feel better. Come on, man. As Biden would say, come on, man. So okay, thanks for watching, you guys. Now, what I want you to do is if you are, I mean, the best thing you could do is lay down on your bed or on the floor, but not on the couch. So it has to be somewhere where you are completely relaxed and there's nothing around you. So your foot's not touching the end of the bed or your arm's not touching something. Excuse me. And so if you're not going to do that, then at least get comfortable. So I'm going to do it. Well, I don't really need to participate in it, but I am going to do it as I'm sitting here. So you can do it as you're sitting there, but if you want the best benefit, then I would lay down on the floor, completely relaxed. Whoa, relaxed. I guess I gotta sit up a bit, get some energy happening here. Okay, so get completely relaxed, and I want you to close your eyes. And so if you're lying on the floor, it's best to do it lying on the floor. So if you're lying on the floor, I mean, it's not really fair that I'm not doing it, right? So should I be lying on the floor? No. You guys lie on the floor. I'm going to walk you through this, okay? But know that I'm doing it as well because I'm always doing this. This is always in a stretch position, okay? So because it's your definition and your idea of what stretching is, that's probably what I'm going to change, the most. So you lie on the floor or on your bed, close your eyes, arms relaxed to the sides, and I want you to think about, like, pay attention to your eyes and really kind of, your eyes are closed, but you're looking through them. And I want you to feel the muscles on the right side and the left side. Feel what's going on in your head. So recognize, and if you don't recognize yet, you will. Do you see, if you're lying on the floor and you're completely, relaxed, and you're relaxing your face and your everything in your head, pay attention to the right side is probably not the same as the left side. You feel different muscles on one side than the other. If you don't get that, we're going to move down, relax the jaw, and I want you to go to the shoulders and relax your shoulders and pay attention. You'll start to see what you look like on the inside, and that's what we're focusing on. So think about the muscle in the shoulder, and don't give it any names and say, oh yeah, that's because I have this slip disc, or I have that's in the back, but I have, my shoulder, I pulled my shoulder out. Don't think about where it came from. You can, but I want you just to focus on the fact that you feel the difference. And I want you just to relax the shoulder, kind of start to align them a little, help them to line up a little bit. So you're really tuning into what's happening in the body. You go down to the arms, relax the right side if it's more tense than the left side. And what I want you to do is just get an image of what you look like on the inside. And then go down into the stomach, relax your stomach, kind of pay attention to what's going on, the difference in the sides, that it's not completely balanced. Who's watching? 3 people are watching. And then I want you to go down into the hips, do the same, recognize the imbalance, then to the knees and the ankles, the feet, and just completely relax. And as you're lying there and you're thinking about your body, I want you to recognize that over the years, you using your body, I want you just to tune into what your body looks like inside. So over the years, you've been, say you played baseball, or, I always use the example of my grandmother's boyfriend, how he would drive the TTC bus and he kept turning and turning, and his route for years and years and years was this way and this way, and his hands were literally to the side. You could just see the way he was grasping the steering wheel of the bus. And so I want you just to pay attention to the fact that all of the things that you've done in your life, all the jobs you've had, all the times you've, sat down or stood up or bent down to pick something up, you're completely using your body. And if you've done something in your life that you've done over and over and over and over, I want you to see your body, because that's what you've done by using those muscles over and over, whether it was sitting a lot. You can imagine if you were sitting a lot, what your back looks like. And pay attention to the fact that your body is internally, what you look like inside you've manifested what's going on inside of you from all the things you've done in your life and the things that you've believed as well. So when you're using your body one side more than the other, if you're right-sided, or you got in a car accident, or you kept using your body, and because if you go to pick something up, you're literally, you're pulling, so you're using the muscles. So if you're always just using the muscles when you need them, then you are constantly pulling those muscles and using the muscles and the bones. Muscles are attached to bones, so you're constantly using your muscle. Then if you don't go back at the end of the day and stretch those muscles that you've been pulling and twisting all up inside of you, if you don't go back and untwist it and stretch it and grow your body, that is going to remain inside of your body. So I'm so amazed that there's 2 people watching, and I'm thinking, it blows my mind that this information is your lifeline to staying alive and growing and healing your own body. And I've been trying to wake people up to that fact for 25 years. And it baffles my mind. I just think that anything that I'm going through in my life, whenever you go through anything, you go and search for someone that's going to help you get through it. You know, whether it's a book you read or a course you take, or is there nowhere in there that people say, I don't want to die like that, or I don't want to die, or I don't want to, you know, look like that, feel like that, sound like that, be upset, miserable? Like, it, it baffles my mind that this is such, it's so logical and so it's common sense when muscles are attached to bones. And when you stretch your muscles, you move your bones. And when your bone structure is balanced and not all twisted up inside, it's going to function the way it's supposed to function. That's common sense. So all of the other things that have been indoctrinated into your brain, get back to the simple common sense way of doing things, and that is when you stretch, you feel better. Well, it makes sense. The reason people can't sleep is because their bodies are so tense inside. Everything's interconnected into their brain. They got all kinds of stuff going on. They're angry about certain things you can't let go of. Your body's shrinking, it's not growing. So if you stretch your muscles and allow your body to relax, and that sends a chain reaction throughout the rest of the body and continues to grow your body and your mind and relax. That's why people can't sleep, is because inside their bodies are so twisted up. So as you start to do that, you naturally will fall asleep. Sleep is a result of being relaxed. And because people don't have, their body and mind is not connected at all, they're not taking control of their own health and body and mind. There's no connection. So if you look to see what the human race has done, they've completely ignored their body, ran to the doctor because this and that, and forget all that stuff, forget all that stuff, forget all that stuff. You know, let me just fix my hair here so I can stand to look at myself. I've kind of, my hairstyle's changing. Anyway, it's a bit of a distraction, you know. So so when if your body's talking to you and what it's saying is, I have an ache, I have a pain, I am stressed, I am sad, I am upset, it's, everything's connected. So whatever it is you're feeling in there, anxiety or depression or pain or fear or you know, sickness or any of those things, if you can't go to the washroom, you have headaches, you have arthritis, you know, because the doctors have labeled everything. So if you, you know, if you can't see that keeping your body balanced and functioning, because and then because it's all interconnected, it just starts to function properly, and you don't want to take the time to stretch your muscles and to make that the most important thing, because after that everything else is secondary, everything else falls into place after that. So when you feel good, when you don't let yourself go, and you start to grow your body and you get rid of the fear of dying, because you know, you got to pick a side. Pick a side. I've only ever saw the positive in anyone who knows me. I see the positive in everything, in everybody. I was never judgmental. You know, now I'm a bit judgmental because I just can't believe that there's people that just don't want to take their own or connect their body and mind and care. So if your body's talking to you and it's, you know, saying all these things, and someone is telling you that they spent 25 years For 13 years, every day for 4 hours, I didn't miss a day. For 13 years, stretching and working with people with Parkinson's and strokes and people in car accidents and headaches and kids and all. I've 25 years I've been doing this and modeling, but this is what I mean. We are all where we're supposed to be for this exact time in life, because this is the time in life. It's like, this movie Groundhog Day, where if you do the same thing over and over and over. We're not doing the same thing over and over because the same people aren't going to stay in power. So that's just a whole other thing. But you have to pick a side. Do you want to believe in eternal life? Do you want to believe in healing your own body? Listening to yourself? Listening to yourself. Everyone's pointing their finger at everybody else. 3 point right back at you. Everything you see, that's probably what this looking glass there, this, is what it means. I don't know. But this mirror thing is because everything that you see in someone else, you're really seeing it in yourself. It's your perception. So if you want to get stuck on the fact that, oh, I don't like her, the way she looks, the way she talks, the way she sounds, you're really talking about yourself. So once you start to turn your attention to your body, to yourself, to your own mind and your own healing, and find out who you are, because as you start to relax, it sends a chain reaction throughout your muscles as you relax, and your mind is connected. So all of a sudden, as you're relaxing and you're thinking about what's, the muscles, and you're thinking about the changes in the body, and if there's a pain, I don't want you to, get scared. I want you just to, it's just your muscle talking to you, and it says, that's not comfortable. So just change position slightly, and then get comfy again, and then allow your body to relax. And you can trick your body into continuing to do this. I used to do it for 4 hours every day for 13 years. No wonder. It feels amazing. It's like there's nothing more important than stretching the memories out of your muscles, relaxing your body, allowing that muscle to naturally elongate. And then, as long as you're following that, that kind of, you're following your body and you're always making it feel good and comfortable, eventually those muscles are going to move the bones and naturally put your bones in a more balanced state every time you do it. So now you're on your way to growing your body and healing, because as it starts to balance, just certain things start to correct themselves. And your eyesight, because everything's connected, your hearing and your eyesight and your organs and everything, they just start to function properly. So, as you start to stretch and balance, and this becomes a way of life, and you just, it's almost like we go through our day, you keep a routine, you cook, you take pride in your house. Why is the light really bad here? I'm gonna do this and change it over here. Okay, that's better. I mean, the lighting's much better. I look about 15 years older, but that's okay. So as you start to, make this a part of your life, and excuse me, as much as getting your hair, doing your hair, washing your hair, having a shower, brushing your teeth, flossing your teeth, going to the grocery store, getting dressed, caring about, the products that you put on your skin. I always do this, and then I change around. So, well, that's a prime example of showing you that I am constantly making myself comfortable. Because if I'm not comfortable, what's the point? What is the point? I like that kind of little thing. What is the point in you living your life? For who? If you're not comfortable. So you need to keep number one. So I don't know where along the lines I started telling people, oh, don't, you got to care about yourself first, okay? You make yourself first happy first, and then that will radiate off of you, and people will want to be around you and learn your secrets, and and share. And that's what we're coming into, is sharing products and sharing secrets, because the world we really are coming into is definitely peaceful. And we're not going to get into politics, but whether I see it because I I see it, and sometimes when I see something, I think, oh, that's like 5 years from now, and then 2 weeks later it happens. So I can't really tell, but I did see that my daughter's generation, so I've seen it twice. I've seen it in my daughter's generation, and I've seen it in my daughter's generation. So that's it. So all I want you to do is just focus on your body and take a break when your body starts to talk to you. Don't ignore it. My God, you wait until you have a headache, or you wait until you have a back pain or a foot pain. It starts and you ignore it, and it just starts to travel through the body, and you're making it worse and worse. So now when you stretch, you have to undo all of those things instead of just listening to the body when it does. It's going to slow you down, and you're going to do things more relaxed and slower and prioritize. But getting into that pace, you'll live longer, you'll have a better quality of life, you'll be happier, you'll be focused on yourself, and you're going to find your purpose, and that's why where we are right now in life, it's not going to happen, all the wars and everything. It's not going to be a war like people think. This is a war of the minds. So start to really trust yourself, that you have the ability to heal your own self and your mind, and open yourself up to information that's coming at you. You don't have to judge it, because remember, when you're judging the information that's coming and saying yes, no, whatever, it's because you haven't picked a side. Pick a side, positive or negative, live or die, healthy or not, free or let somebody else take care of stuff for you. And I love you all. Thanks for watching. And what is that? I'll see you again.